What's going on, everybody? We're out here on the Hunter, and today I'm going to make a quick video on the suggested loadout for Salzwiesen Park. You don't have to straight out follow this loadout, but this is what I suggest bringing. So, there's going to be a few DLCs in here. You could bring non-DLC weapons, but that would only be your shotguns. So I suggest definitely buying DLCs. I know most players have DLCs, so that's why I'm going to cover them in this video. So if you want a different video covering the best loadouts for any map, DLC or base game, leave comments down below. I will get to some of the ones that are most liked and most suggested. I'll do some of those for sure. Ooh, max weight links. So we're going to get straight into it. So, what I should... There's a caper Kaylee. Where is it? It's flying. Not toward me. So, what I suggest carrying for your main loadout, I'm going to bring two loadouts. First things first is not a gun. It is a dog. So I suggest buying the retriever if you haven't already. The retriever is going to be your main friend for this map because you can shoot birds. Let's say like that caper Kaylee out at 150, blast it, and your dog will go out and grab it, bring it back to you. Especially when you're in a duck blind or in your geese setups, you can just stay in the geese setups and your bird setups, and the dog will bring it right back to you. So real quick, I'm gonna show off the traits of what I have for my hunting dog. I have the loving trait, which your dog is more willing to bond, so the overall bond is increased. Then we have the higher chance of sensing an animal is about to spook, so like if an animal farther out, it'll start whining, making sure you know that animal's probably spooked. I have the dog one further searching for something to retrieve at level 15. Level 20, I have more increased focus. Level 25, I have staying close to you, which is really good for when the dog is not out in front of you when you're trying to take in shots and just right next to you. And then the level 30, I got the dog retrieves at a longer distance as less burden by carrying harvest. So that's the best traits I say for your dog. And then on top of this, I would also suggest, and this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy the German shorthand pointer, or GSP. We call them GSPs from now on. I'm going to buy the GSP and make it a master dog with this dog. So this dog can now point and retrieve, which would be just the perfect combo for the Labradors. You can also tie it in with the Bloodhound. Bloodhound also works. It's more or less for tracking wounded birds and ducks on that map, but I do think the pointer is a lot better to use. So that's what I suggest for your hunting dog. And now we're going to get straight into the actual loadout. The actual loadout, I have the Catcher Toy 12 gauge, which is base game, with either the Red Raptor Reflex or the Hermes scopes. The Red Raptor Reflex is the base game scope for shotguns, I believe. This is red dot. And then we have the Hermes sight, which is from the Scopes and Crosshairs pack. On the Hermes sight, I have the Strandberg Executive 10 gauge from the high caliber weapon pack. This is semi-automatic shotgun. This is a pump shotgun. So let me show you the difference real quick if you do not know. Semi-automatic shotguns shoot as fast as you can pull the trigger, while some whitetail fleeing off the distance. While pump action shotguns you shoot as a pump another round, then you can shoot. So it still shoots relatively quick, but it's not as quick as you might need for some birds taking off in front of you. So that's why I would carry both shotguns. On top of that, I have the 243 Ranger. You can use the pistol or the rifle. So you can take out those raccoons, the raccoon dogs, and the red foxes on the map. And then the good old trusty 22 from the Weapon Pack 1. This 22 is just perfect for everything, every situation, especially on Salzwiesen Park. Because you could tap birds out in the distance. You could tap birds close to you. You could alert birds or ducks, or birds and ducks. My brain is off today. Birds. You can alert your predator species or your bigger, smaller game, if that makes sense, like the raccoons, at a distance. And I also suggest carrying binos, of course. I would suggest the level 28 binos, which are the range finding ones. But if you don't have those, your base game binos will work just fine, or the range finder sight will work fine as well. And then I also have the tents. Tents are going to be your main friend on this map. Because let's say you want to go up into the wetlands and there's no outpost in your general area, but you want to hunt the area, I would suggest placing your tent down. I believe you can have 16 on that map, just like any other map. So with the tent, it leads us to our next loadout. Let's say you find yourself out in the marshlands and you want to hunt some birds that are flying over. So you have a flock of gadwall flying over. You go into here and you get your second loadout, or your duck loadout. I would have it. I have the, let's go out of here. I have the incognito waterfowl blind. You can use tripods, whatever you want for that. A shotgun and the 22, just because you can set up your birds and whatnot. And then what really takes up your loadout are the collars and the decoys. Excuse me, there's maybe 2 more collars. Or actually, no, I think it's 1 more collar and 2 new decoys. So we might have to substitute some of these. So let's say I don't want to go for a mallard. I'll drop the mallard decoys and put something else in there. The drake and hen variants of the decoys I don't believe matter. So I just bring the drakes because they're just better looking. And then the collars also bring in those birds. So that's it for that loadout. The reason why I would take specifically I would take the Cacciatore 12 gauge is because it has a 6-round capacity, and even though it zeroes out to 75, it is very effective at those long ranges. I've used this thing for countless birds, and this thing has proven its worth every single time I've used it. And then, you know, the good old-fashioned 22 LR that just happens to work really well. I have the Hyperion on this. I suggest carrying the Odin. I don't know why I have the Hyperion on it, but Odin is the best sight. That's what I'll use it for. That will also have on your 22 and your Ranger and the other loadout. And then finally, we'll get on to why I have the duck blind specifically. There's a specific reason for this. So with the rework to waterfowl decoys and how the waterfowl actually land, you would go in your blinds, then you would set your decoys out anywhere around you within, I would say, anywhere from 30 to 25 meters, somewhere in this like general range. So the ducks, as they are circling, they will land down in that pile of decoys, then rather on your face like they currently do. So you can have that, and you have full 360 movement around your little blind. Then you have full 60 movement in the air, because I know some, I believe, tripods sometimes limit looking all the way up. So that's one of the downsides of having a tripod. And another upside to having a ground blind is you jump up onto the corners, and this still has you technically inside the blind, so your hunting pressure will stay down, and your your visibility also stays down. So I have clear shot on the birds, and I can just pop my shotgun out at 50 meters and just blast them down like it's nothing. So with that, that is the loadout I suggest carrying for Salzwiesen Park. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel. We are super close to 1,000 subscribers. I also want to thank all the members on screen right now. You guys are awesome for either buying memberships or being gifted and hanging out in chats and in the channel. I appreciate all you guys. And if you want more Salzwiesen Park content, I will be live around 4:30-ish. Might be sooner, might be later, give or take. Tomorrow, PST, I will be live hunting Salzwiesen Park. So if you want to come hang out, I will be there. And I hope to see you there. So with that, I will see you guys next time.